All human nature vigorously resists grace, because grace changes us and the change is painful. You can't just say "no," he said. You got to do "no." You got to show it. You got to show you mean it by doing it. You got to show you're not going to do one thing by doing another. You got to make an end of it, one way or another. I write because I don't know what I think, until I read what I say. In short, I am amenable to criticism, but only within the sphere of what I am trying to do. I will not pretend to do otherwise. Where you come from is gone, where you thought you were going to never was there, and where you are is no good, unless you can get away from it. Accepting oneself does not preclude an attempt to become better. People without hope not only don't write novels, but what is more to the point, they don't read them. In yourself right now is all the place you've got. I can, with one eye squinted, take it all as a blessing. To expect too much is to have a sentimental view of life, and this is a softness that ends in bitterness. The writer should never be ashamed of staring. There is nothing that does not require his attention. I'm always highly irritated by people who imply that writing fiction is an escape from reality. It is a plunge into reality, and it's very shocking to the system. I love a lot of people, understand none of them. Faith is what someone knows to be true, whether they believe it or not. Your criticism sounds to me as if you have read too many critical books and are too smart in an artificial, destructive, and very limited way. Fiction is about everything human, and we are made out of dust, and if you scorn getting yourself dusty, then you shouldn't try to write fiction. It's not a grand enough job for you. You have to quit confusing a madness with a mission. The way to despair is to refuse to have any kind of experience. To know oneself is above all. To know what one lacks, it is to measure oneself against truth, and not the other way around. The first product of self-knowledge is humility. Your beliefs will be the light by which you see, but they will not be what you see, and they will not be a substitute for seeing. Conviction without experience makes for harshness. Grace changes us, and change is painful. I use the grotesque the way I do, because people are deaf and dumb and need help to see and hear. Faith comes and goes, it rises and falls like the tides of an invisible ocean. If it is presumptuous to think that faith will stay with you forever, it is just as presumptuous to think that unbelief will. Satisfy your demand for reason, but always remember that charity is beyond reason, and God can be known through charity. Remember that you don't write a story because you have an idea, but because you have a believable character. I am not afraid that the book will be controversial. I'm afraid it will not be controversial. The life you save may very well be your own. The fact is that anybody who has survived his childhood has enough information about life to last him the rest of his days. If you can't make something out of a little experience, you probably won't be able to make it out of a lot. Free will does not mean one will, but many wills conflicting in one man. Freedom cannot be conceived simply. Give me the courage to stand the pain to get the grace. It does not take much to make us realize what fools we are, but the little it takes is long in coming. I can smell the sin on your breath. I don't have to run from anything because I don't believe in anything. No art is sunk in the self, but rather, in art the self becomes self-forgetful in order to meet the demands of the thing seen and the thing being made. Writing a novel is a terrible experience, during which the hair often falls out and the teeth decay. No one can be an atheist who does not know all things. Only God is an atheist. The devil is the greatest believer, and he has his reasons. I believe firmly in mystery and manners. People only make us lonelier by reminding us of God. My intellect is so limited, Lord, that I can only trust in you to preserve me as I should be. Virtue must be the only vigorous thing in our lives. Sin is large and stale. You can never finish eating it nor ever digest it. It has to be vomited. When a book leaves your hands, it belongs to God. He may use it to save a few souls or to try a few others, but I think that for the writer to worry is to take over God's business. She had never given much thought to the devil. For she felt that religion was essentially for those people who didn't have the brains to avoid evil without it. Our spiritual character is formed as much by what we endure and what is taken from us as it is by our achievements and our conscious choices. Don't let me ever think, dear God, that I was anything but the instrument for your story, just like the typewriter was mine. The first product of self-knowledge is humility.